Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. We are back with ranking more One Piece Devil Fruits. I just want to point it out the way. I like to do these in chronological order, so I do apologize for this being, as you can see, the Devil Fruits, or the fruit users, I should say, are out of place. It's reversed. My bad. But anyway, we're going to be doing all of Dressrosa, which is notorious for being one of One Piece's most dragged out or longest arcs, whatever you'd like to say. And because of that, we got a lot of devil fruits to talk about. So first up, we have, I think her name is pronounced Giola. This is one of Don Quixote Doflamingo's pirates. And she has the art fruit, which she can turn people into art. That's really all I remember it doing. I don't think it has any crazy hacks, because there is some fruits in here that do have some crazy hacks. Did it? No, I don't think it did. I think it just, like, messed with the Straw Hats, but they still were able to defeat her. And then there's, like, the whole thing with this fruit that, like, art is subjective and stuff. I'm gonna give it C tier. I'm not really good at art. I don't think the fruit requires you to draw or anything, but I'm gonna give it C. Next up, we have the Snot fruit, and I don't think this is a instant D tier, honestly. It's not a Logia, it is a Paramecia, but you can control and manipulate Snot, and it is C. I will go ahead and give it C. But I don't think it's that bad. It is just really disgusting. And I do think, out of all, like, the fruits in the series, I do think it is, like, low end of C. Next up, we have Sugar's Hobby fruit. Or Toy fruit. It's the Hobby no Mi in Japanese, but I think it's just the Toy fruit in English. But Sugar, whoever she touches, she can turn into a toy. And by becoming a toy, like, basically, all memories of you is forgotten instantly, and you have no memory of who you are, who you were, etc., etc. This wouldn't be that good for real life. Just from how broken it is and its hacks, I think I gotta give it an S. Because even in real life, you could probably find a lot of use by turning people into toys. So, yeah, but compared to, like, these other fruits, maybe Gas and Soul I would want over Toy, but maybe I'd want Toy over Swamp. Next up, we have Kelly Funk, and he has what is probably the best devil fruit in the series. He has the Jacket fruit, which I am going to go ahead and put in D. So, what the Jacket fruit does, you can become a jacket, and if someone puts you on, like, if someone, like, zips you up and puts you on, they basically get all your attributes onto theirs. Like, let's say you're, like, a gym bro who works out every day, and you're big old muscles. And if you ate this fruit and somebody were to put you on, they would get the strength you got from working out. It is solely, like, a one-sided devil fruit, as you would have to always have somebody to put you on, and I just don't think it's good at all. Next up, we have Fujitora and the Gravity fruit. I'm going to go ahead and put this in S tier, because from what little we've seen of this devil fruit, the destruction capabilities is really cool. Fujitora also has an ability where he can just fly, and he's doing all this while blind. And so just think about how much better this fruit would be in the hands of someone that could see. But Fujitora, he can increase gravity, decrease gravity, and even to the point where he can haul asteroids down from space. And he can lift things up with his gravity, he can slam things down with his gravity. Really good, really peak, S tier. Next up, we have Bartolomeo and the Barrier fruit. So, when Bartholomew was first introduced with this fruit, it was stated that his barriers are indestructible. And now that we've entered, like, a One Piece, like, age of hockey, where hockey is, like, the thing that will dominate the sea, maybe hockey could destroy his barriers, but I have personally never been a big fan of this fruit. I will give it a I think I would like this over the snow fruit because there is like a lot of things you could do with it. Like for example, Bartholomew, what he does a lot is just make things with his barriers, like a staircase. I remember he makes that. But yeah, I just don't see like what this would do good in real life other than just like slightly convenience you by like making a staircase or something. But I do think this would be an amazing fruit to have in reverse. Next up we have Leo. This is one of the Tontatas, and he has the Stitch fruit where he can stitch things together. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm gonna put it in C. But he really can stitch things together. I'm pretty sure at one point he stitches a bunch of like fodder enemies together. And I don't think it's ever stated if it, like the stitches can be broken or if like how hard they are. But yeah, I mean that's a good for him because Tontatas are like really small and really fast. So him being able to stitch stuff at like that speed is really good for him. But I think for a more like normal sized person, it's not that good. Next up we have Viola, and she has the Glare fruit. So what this fruit does is it gives you insane clairvoyance to where you do like the binoculars motion with your hands to your eyes. You can see from super far away. I think Viola gets X-ray vision to some extent, and I think at one point I also think she can read emotions. I might be wrong about that. Uh, I'm I'm gonna give it B tier. She also does have that one move where she like makes her tears into a whale, which was crazy, but I like the Glare fruit. It's pretty cool. And yeah, Viola is also pretty cool. Next up, we have Gladius. This is the Rupture fruit. So this is super similar to the Bomb fruit from the very first episode of this series, or Alabasta, or around like that time of One Piece. So Gladius can rupture any part of his body, and even he can erupt things that he touches, and he can also inflate and erupt himself and come back perfectly fine. I just I personally think the bomb fruit is better because the bomb fruit doesn't comedically swell you up and blow you up. I'm gonna give it B tier because I don't really remember where I put the bomb fruit. I think I put the bomb fruit in B, so rupture will be in B. And speaking of fruits that are calling back to the early One Piece, we'll do Mach Vise's Ton fruit, which I'm gonna go ahead and put in B because I remember I put Kilo in C and I said the Ton fruit is better because the Ton fruit is better because the Ton fruit doesn't you can't shift your weight by kilos with this, but by tons. And the Ton fruit can do everything the Kilo fruit can, to even the point where Mach Vise lowers his weight so much to the point where he's basically flying around in the sky. And if you are wanting to crush your enemies with kilos, why not just eat the Ton fruit and crush them by tons? It gets the job done much faster. And it's more realistic that a person can lift up some kilos than a ton. Next up, you know what, we'll do these little Tontatas next. Next up, Beetle, or wait, no, Hornet and Beetle, kind of rank these as one because they ultimately don't do much. These are two zone fruits that allow you to turn into a beetle and a hornet. Um, Beetles are kind of cool. I mean, these fruits are good solely just for flight because that is such a good ability. I'm gonna give Beetle B and I'm gonna give Hornet C. That's just my personal preference. Maybe Hornets are secretly better than Beetles. Wait, is this the kind of beetle that can fly? I think it is. Maybe? I think so. I do think so. I remember like these two were like carrying people around Dressrosa and stuff, but if I am wrong, and if this isn't the kind of beetle that can't fly, I'm gonna bump it down to C tier, but yeah, that's kinda it for these two. Next up, we have Senior Pink and the Swim fruit. This allows Senior Pink to swim through objects. I think this fruit is not that good. I'm gonna give it C tier because no disrespect towards Senior Pink, he's the GOAT, but just you're basically giving up the ability to swim in water, to swim inland, which I do think I don't remember if you have to like. It's the same as the stand from Part 5. What was its name? The stand where you like dive in underground and you could like swim. I don't remember what that stand is called off the top of my head, but he was Chocolata's teammate or like little pet, whatever they were. But I even mentioned it when I was ranking his stand that these abilities were basically 1-to-1. But I even think with this stand, you also not stand with this devil fruit, you have to train your lungs to be able to breathe underground. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it C tier. Next up, we have Pika in the stone fruit. I'm gonna give this A tier. I actually really like this fruit. And later in the manga, well, wait, no, it's been shown in the anime, but later in the series, we see the Island fruit, which is just a better version of this. So, and I guess, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to put the Island fruit in S tier. But the stone fruit allows Pika to manipulate stone, and even to the point where he can turn into stone. And in Dressrosa, he turns into this giant stone mountain and becomes a big problem for everybody, and is later taken out by Zoro. So I like it. I like stone related, like magical abilities. It's pretty cool. It's tough. Next up, we have Diamante, and this is the Ripple fruit. I did not remember Diamante having a fruit. I thought he just had a curvy sword, but no, his devil fruit allows him to change his body into types of fabric like clothes, and even to the point where he can also touch things and turn them into fabrics. Like, for example, he does that with his sword. He makes the sword like fabric, and he can also like make it back to normal. And in his fight against Kyros, he is like changing into all sorts of clothes. I'm gonna give this C tier. I don't think there's really any use for that. Next up, we have Conjuro and the Art fruit. This is solely a skill. This is one of the few devil fruits that requires skill, because you need to be good at drawing to use this, and I'm not good at drawing. But even though I'm not good at drawing, I can realize how like good this fruit is. Like, jokes aside, like if you're good at drawing, if you're an amazing artist, this is an S tier fruit. But I'm personally gonna give it A, because I don't know a lot of good artists, so I think like the most average people would probably get. I think average people would probably be like B or C, but I think if you could hone your art skills, it could be S, high A. Next up, we have Rosinante's fruit. This is the mute fruit, where he can make bubbles. Like, it's kind of like Law's room, where it's like a little barrier, and everything in it is quiet. See, really not much you can do with it. I mean, everything else in C, maybe like, other than snot, I would want over it, because, yeah. And for our last devil fruit, we have Mancherry's Heal fruit. So, with this fruit, she heals with tears. Is there any other way you can change how you heal? If you could just change it to where touching someone heals, that's an S tier devil fruit, not gonna lie. Because you would never have to go to the hospital, never have to go to the doctor, clinic, whatever. Even if it is crying with your tears, still an S tier fruit, because from what we've seen of this fruit's healing, it is really, really good. And I don't really ever hear anybody talk about it, but I think it's an S tier. You know, S for a sleeper fruit, IDK. But with that, that is going to end this video. We ranked a good bit of devil fruits. In next video will probably be Zao and Whole Cake Island. which I was surprised by how many fruits were in Dressrosa. I'm already prepared for how many fruits there's going to be on Whole Cake Island because basically all of Big Mom's children have devil fruits. But I'm not complaining. It's going to be a very food fun video because all of her kids also have food related devil fruits. So if you're looking forward to that, like, comment, and hit that bell, and I'll see you all in the next one.